everybody, we're here back on my channel, Refader Reacts, another episode. And today we got Neozone with the track Enlightenment, and you can see it's a remastered track in the year 2025. He contacted me on Instagram because he saw that one of his buddies was also getting reacted to, and he said, hey, if you would like to react to my track, I would be really happy. And I said, of course, no problem, for sure. And we had a small conversation, and he also mentioned that he learned the basics of producing hardstyle by names like After Generation, Calum, and some other artists in the hardstyle scene. He just mentioned these two, so maybe you know them, just that you heard about that. And yeah, he sent me this track because right now he has some problems with Spotify. So this is why we are going to listen to this track here now on SoundCloud. I don't know what we are going to experience or what is going to happen. But yeah, I really like the artwork, and I would say let's go with Neozone Enlightenment. Okay, we're going in very quickly. Also, quite a nice breakbeat going on here with this arps and the sidechain thing playing there. This could be the melody, I'm not sure. Oh no, there it comes. I really like the lead design, to be honest. It's a bit basic, but it's well presented. The melody goes well with it. Build up coming, and then we go for the drop. And kick is also very nice. I like it. Okay, we're getting the same melody playing now with the piano. It's a nice piano here. I like that he's playing the high notes for the melody. Now we get another pluck there. The strings are also very wide and very bright. Breakbeat with an open head. Melody's coming in one more time. I like the bass line and the sound of the bass, but it's also gliding up and down. I always like light notes. And oh, kick switch, nice. And you can already hear something, but I will. Okay, yeah, another kick. I will talk about this when the track is finished. Oh, nice, cute ending here with the piano playing. Okay, and there we go. Okay, that was pretty interesting. This was Neozone Enlightenment or Enlightenment. I'm not 1% sure. I'm sorry for that. First of all, if we go just by the listening, the arrangement, the track itself, I really liked it. It was very basic. It was a very easy arrangement. There was nothing hard to remember or to focus or stress yourself to focus on a special thing. Everything was well introduced. It was really like reading a book. This was chapter 1, so this was the introduction. Then comes the middle part, the drop, the bridge, another drop, kick switch. So everything was well organized, let's say it like that. And so overall, really the track was nice. The lead design, like I said, it was pretty basic, but somehow the melody and also the reverb, the effects were giving it some more spice, let's say it like that. So it was really going well together. And now I know I'm not doing this on a regular basis or for every track, and I always try to avoid this because I'm not here for teaching people or telling people how to produce or whatsoever. But in this case, I really think that there might be some tips that I would like to offer or to give for the next tracks that are going to come, because I really like that people are doing music, that they are trying, that they are going for it, and that they develop the style and progress with every track. And this is just a fair question for you out there. How many crashes did you count in the entire track? I was just listening now one time, and to be honest, I really think there was just one crash, and this was at the very end when the last notes hit, when we were fading this thing out. So why do I mention this? Because I think that the track would be more dynamic and had more interesting aspects if there would be more, more percussion things like snares, claps, and also maybe some crashes. I know that there were effects, as you can see and hear. There were sweep downs, sweep ups. There was also, I think, for the drop, there was a pre-made build up somehow, which is totally fine. So don't get me wrong. Everything is good about this track. It's just to give some tips that it's not getting drowned in hate or in people that say, oh my God, it's so bad, stop producing this, because you should never stop producing. Just go for it, keep going. And if there is somebody that you think that has a valuable meaning or opinion, then you can use this or not. So it's just because the track was just telling me, okay, I can tell you this technical stuff or these things that I was also mentioning. And it's not contra, it's just critics on a positive and a neutral way, just to help developing the style. Because I don't know how long Neozone, or in this case Hyrax, is producing. So this is why I'm just thinking, okay, maybe there would be some more hints that would be better. And so this is why I was mentioning now the percussions. That would be very nice to have more in the future tracks, like I mentioned, the crashes, snares, claps, and there are a lot of other things, rides, cymbals, for example. You can use all of these in Hardstyle as well, and I think they bring a track more to life. And also, I think one of the, not main problems with this track, but one of the problems that occurred to me was the leveling of different effects and the leads, for example, or the strings and all this stuff. So I know that Hardstyle has to be loud and everybody's trying to pursue the maximum volume in the mixing and in the mastering, of course. But I think you really have to be careful with that, because if you just insert an effect and just do nothing about it, then you can hear it sticking out. So it really is like, okay, now comes the sweep down and you can hear the entire sweep down. So this is why people are sampling them, or why they are affecting them, or have more layers of a sweep down. So in this case, in this track, it was really basic. So you could really hear when the sample was playing. This is what I would like to say. This is not a bad thing, but it really sticks out if you are thinking of pro tracks, or if you're thinking about tracks that are produced on a, let's say, high level. Of course, nobody is there from the beginning. Don't get me wrong. But I think that this could also be a good thing to keep an eye on, to really think, okay, which effects do I really need and how loud should they be? And also in the drops, I think that you can already see it in the waveform, and you can also hear it when you listen to both drops. I really think in the first drop, the kick was very, very nice. But the problem with this one was that it was too silent, or it was not so loud as the melody was. So the melody was way louder. And so we had no pressure in the kick. The bass fundament was really going low. And also the kick had no room for the distortion and the crunch to really get through. So there would be few possibilities to avoid that or to mix this better. For example, go with side chaining in the drops. So sidechain the melody to the kick. Every time the kick hits, the melody goes or backs off a little bit. And also leveling both would be also an option, because in the second drop, we can hear this when the kick switch came. The kicks were more present than the original kick. So it is working, and he did this there. So everything's on a good way, I would say. And I really like that we had this cute little outro there with the crash that I was mentioning. And I really hope that you don't get me wrong. And this was now somehow really like a feedback, like a personal feedback on this track, because I think the potential is there. The track was nice. Don't get me wrong. I really liked it, but it was just like, it's like if you're used to other tracks, or if you're used to, let's say, if you're into hardstyle for 10, 15 years, in my case, this is just for me. A lot of other people, I think, are the same, but you can hear and you get a feeling for what is produced nice in a technical way and what is not so produced nice in a technical way. So I'm not judging the approach of the vision of the artist. I just want to help putting it or giving it the right makeup, if you would like to say it like that. I always see a track like you have the track that is playing, or you have your arrangement, and then it's up to you to make it, I don't know, pretty, like a woman that is doing her makeup, or a guy that is doing his makeup. I don't care. You know what I want to say. So it's really like making everything up and making it pretty. And I think this could use a little bit more work, or also feedback from friends, from other producers like me now, for example. So I really hope that there's something for you, Neozone or Hyrax, or both, or maybe it's just your alias. I hope that you get what I would like to say with this. So I really like the track, really. There's just these technical things that I was now seeing, hearing, and I just wanted to tell you. So I hope that you will send me another track in the future, so that I can be part of the journey and see what's going on. I'm always open to react to tracks, and I'm very sorry that the video now got a little bit longer. I really think that there might be, or there should be, something like a technical video in the future, or a live stream where we are talking about tracks and the technical sides of them, trying to analyze them, because this is also a lot of fun for me, or to me. And for me, there's no bad music at all. Of course, technical, it can be bad, but when it comes to the vision of the artist, as I mentioned, there's nothing you can tell about that this is bad or that this is bullshit, because it's always an opinion. It's always a matter of taste. So in this case, once again, Hyrax or Neozone, thank you very much for sending me this track. It was a pleasure. I hope that you like the reaction, like the feedback. You can always text me also on the Instagram, so don't worry about that. We are in contact, and you can find the track down below in the description if you would like to listen to it again. And everything else you can find also there. And I hope to see you in the next episode, where we're going to react to another tracks. Until then, stay safe, guys. See you.